Well, breaking news in the ongoing debate over school safety. For the first time ever, some training requirements are on the horizon for school resource officers in Colorado.
Yeah, today legislators passing a bill to put those requirements into law. CBS News investigator Katie Weiss with us tonight in the studio with this breaking news. And Katie, this is a big deal.
Yeah, it really is, Karen. It's the first time that legislators have made any requirements for school resource officer training. Before, it was only encouraged that these officers get some training. Now, this bill is also a big deal because it has support from both Republicans and Democrats, which is something we don't really see very often these days.
I don't think it's a political issue that we want to keep our kids safe.
State Senator Chris Kolker says it was his wife, a middle school counselor, who first inspired him to write the SRO training bill last year. It requires SROs across the state to meet annually with the Attorney General's office to discuss best practices and learn more about the state's safe-to-tell reporting system.
To get them together to find out what works and what doesn't work. What are you doing in your building? What are you doing in your school district? How are you handling these situations?
This isn't something that's a Democrat issue or a Republican issue. It should be an everybody issue, correct?
Republican State Senator Barb Kirkmeyer says the bill is common sense, especially after recent events like 2 high-profile shootings at Denver's East High School and an uncoordinated response to a false threat at Loveland High.
Let's get back to how do we really harden our schools, fortify our schools, and make sure that, again, we're providing a safe environment for kids. And we can do that by ensuring that there are school resource officers in the schools.
But there have been criticisms about the role of SROs in schools. Last fall, we found more than 130 Colorado students with disabilities have been arrested in public schools since 2018, like this 11-year-old boy with autism who was arrested by a school resource officer after he poked another classmate with a pencil.
I'm telling you what we're doing. Do you understand? No! Do you understand? No!
Senator Kolker says he's already working on a bill for next year to create more uniform training requirements to address those issues, because he says being a cop on the streets is much different than in the schools.
That frontal lobe isn't developed. That reasoning isn't developed with these kids. We need to make sure that we understand that and come up with ways to address how we interact with those kids.
Now, the bill will go into effect starting next summer, but before then, it still needs the governor's signature to be finalized into law. And you know, Michael, Karen, it seems with this bipartisan support, it's very likely that that signature will come soon.
Yeah, we were just sitting here talking. Seems like a really great idea. Glad to see it happening.
Yeah, surprised it's not already a thing.
Yeah, at least it is now. We're working on it. Thank you, Katie.